Good morning. It's Chris again with some more divorced dad's thoughts. Yeah, shaved off most everything. Wasn't my intentions. My face is way too fat for this right now. But yeah, my intentions were to buzz the beard down and create a goatee, and well, I sneezed and just couldn't get it straight afterwards. So everything came off. Yeah, still rocking my Steelers stuff from yesterday. It was a good win, which I think I've successfully created, both children into being Steelers fans, and I'm working on my grandbaby, so that falls in with the dad thoughts. But yeah, you kind of instill things, and sometimes kids take their own direction, but it's not my thought for today. My thought today was to put this on and be warm and head out. It doesn't hurt that we actually won a big game yesterday. We being my football team and, me. I did nothing but sit on the couch, but I feel like I'm part of the team. But my thought for the day, the actual thought, was siblings. And I've touched on this a little bit before, but as parents, sometimes things don't work out, and your child will go back and forth between mom and dad's house and grandparents' house, and mom or dad may move on to new relationships and have another child, or multiple children. And it seems simple enough, that's their kid, this is my kid, whatever the case is, and yeah, that's your half brother, sister, whatever. But I'm learning. I'm 51 years old and still learning. Woo! In the last, especially the last 5 years, more than anything, I have become closer to my siblings that are younger than me. The youngest being in his mid to late 30s, mid-30s, and, of course, me, 51, so we all go up from there. The girls are 40 now and a little over 40, but I've become closer to them, and I rely on them, and I've taken a few adventures, a few little trips with my brother lately that I didn't realize how much I needed. Just weekend getaways. Desperately needed, and I didn't know it. I didn't know it till we were on it, and I came home, and him and I, of course, we talked about everything under the sun because, well, we were drinking, and we covered all facts of life, relationships, how we got where we're at, and everything else. And man, it was just, I want to say therapeutic almost. Just so good for me, for him, and for our sisters, because we shared, I'm backing up, we shared all of our experiences with them, of course, and it's just brought us tighter in general. And I guess my point is, there may be a time where your kids come from a broken home. It becomes an expanded home. It doesn't have to be broken. It just becomes expanded. I know a child first going through divorce gets spoiled beyond belief. Nothing wrong with that. Parents are struggling, trying to find balance again, and trying to help them out, and, get through things, and trying to make it easier for themselves as well. But the kids end up with multiple Christmas, multiple birthdays, yada yada. There's nothing wrong with that. But as they mature and they form these bonds with their siblings, embrace them and encourage that bond with the sibling. Now, if the sibling's just a waste of space, you've got to help your kid realize when to cut ties or when to keep that other sibling at arm's distance. I don't want to promote cutting off love, but I went through a scenario where one of the kids' siblings he just can't kick drugs, couldn't stay away from drugs, and it really, really wore on my son. It just hurt him, broke his heart, because he wanted to help his brother. He knew all the good qualities of his brother and wanted to help. But at one point, you got to tell him, hey, look, he has to help himself, and you can still love him, but you can't bail him out. You can't enable him every time. You gotta tough love him and hope he comes around. And that's a hard one to do and a hard one to swallow, but it's got to be done. So there's that aspect of it. But more than anything, just because I had none of that with my siblings. My siblings were raised a whole lot stricter, a whole lot straight lace. Straight lace is a good term for it. And they did well. They're all very, very successful, very, very happy. They have amazing spouses and homes and children now, and it's a lot of fun to see where they're at and where they've come from, and they're thriving. And so am I. I took a longer course to get there, but my wife and I, we've created a family that's pretty damn amazing, and we're thriving. I got the knuckleheads in the back. I don't know if you can... Oh, there's Marcellus. I don't know where Pandora is, but she's back there somewhere. Pandora. There's the panda cow. Okay. So you kids have siblings, encourage them. Encourage them to be around them. It may be tough for you in the beginning, because there's going to be times where your child wants to bring their sibling home. So what? Bring them home. It's just another kid. It's like a neighborhood kid, except for this one. Yeah, you got to look out for it because your child depends on that child. You got to look out for all of them. But it's tough. It's tough. I've been in the situation too where my daughter wanted to bring home her stepsister. I don't know this kid. I've never met this kid. Not even stepsister, yeah. Through marriage, whatever. Not half. That's what I'm saying. Not half sister, stepsister. And I had it forced on me. That was probably really loud this entire time. Sorry. But yeah, just, help your kids create relationships with their siblings, whether they live together or they don't. Traditional home, broken home, whatever the case may be. However they have siblings, encourage them to spend time with them and get to know them. They are amazing. Having siblings is amazing. My siblings are just incredible. They're not prying. They're not, they're an asset in life. Just, hey, how are you? It's just incredible. I get those phone calls. I get the birthday phone calls, or just out of the blue. What do you got going on? This is what we're doing. It's a really, really good thing, and I can't focus on the screen here, looking all over at everything and listen to everything else around me. Sorry, but as always, hug your kids, love them, have a nice day.